Hey guys, so for today's video, I am going to be sharing my brutally honest review of the Anua skincare line. These are just some of the products from the brand Anua. I've been using these off and on for about 3 weeks to a month, and I say off and on because I ended up having an allergic reaction while I was testing these out, and no, the allergic reaction was not a result of these products. I think my husband, he works outside, and I think he got something on his clothing and therefore he sat on the couch near a pillow, and after I laid my face on this pillow, I just broke out all in hives. So I was experiencing hives for 2 weeks. So I say off and on because I did stop using these when I got the hives because I really wanted my skin to just be able to recover without me just putting all of these products on my skin. So I've been using these off and on for 3 to 4 weeks, but I still think that I have enough of an impression to share you guys my thoughts on these so far. I have posted a video just showing you guys how to use these and showing them in a skincare routine. If you do want to check that out, I'll be putting some clips from that video in today's video so you guys can see a demo of what these look like being used on the skin. But for today's video, this is actually going to be my review for these products because I always want to make sure that I am able to test the products out for normally at least a month before giving you guys my thoughts. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the first product I'm going to talk about is the Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. You can see I have used it to right here, which really a little bit goes a long way. Even when I was dealing with hives, I did use sunscreen during the day, so I did still use this product during that period when I was experiencing hives. So I use this to remove my sunscreen and my makeup if I was wearing makeup. So this cleansing oil, this does have added fragrance in here, which personally I don't really like it when my skincare products have added fragrance, just because I feel like that leaves more opportunity for your skin to not react well to the product. But because this is a wash off treatment, I'm not super bothered by the fact that it has added fragrance, but it's just something that I wanted to mention. The fragrance is the 6th ingredient in this, and they don't specify what they use for the fragrance, but that 6th ingredient being fragrance, it is pretty high to the top of the ingredient list. So I don't really love that. It smells nice. It kind of smells kind of spa-like, if that makes any sense, but it does have a nice scent, but I would prefer it if it didn't have a scent at all. But again, it is a wash off product, so maybe that's not a huge deal for some people. It's not a huge deal for me, though I still would prefer it if it didn't have a fragrance. But anyway, I feel like this does do a good job at removing makeup and sunscreen and all of that stuff, which is really the main thing that I want my cleansing oil to do. After I purchased these products, I started seeing a bunch of ads for this brand, and it was being talked about as the how to get glass skin, the skincare routine for glass skin. The claims of this cleansing oil is that it's supposed to help with dissolving makeup and also dissolving sebaceous filaments. And I get little sebaceous filaments on my nose. It removed makeup well, but I don't really feel like it necessarily dissolved sebaceous filaments. I don't know if I really noticed that it did anything crazy like that. But I think it's a fine cleansing oil. Would I repurchase it again? Probably not, just because I felt like the fragrance was a little bit stronger than I would have liked it to be. But it removes makeup and sunscreen well, so those are my thoughts on the cleansing oil. Next up is the Heartleaf Succinic Moisture Cleansing Foam, and I feel like I don't really see many people talk about this specific cleanser. Now, it looks very similar as far as the packaging goes to one of their other cleansers. One of their other cleansers that I think is more popular is it's a cleansing foam. Well, this says cleansing foam too, but it's called something different. That one is a different texture. This one is a gel texture, and I purchased this one specifically because it said it's supposed to be good for acne-prone skin and sensitive skin. So I just thought that this would be better suited for my skin. So this is said to be, again, designed for sensitive and acne-prone skin. It is supposed to gently remove dead skin cells. It has BHA and also succinic acid to unclog pores and reduce sebum production. This is also pH balanced, and it has ceramide, NP, and panthenol to keep the skin moisturized post-cleanse. Now, this one does also have added fragrance, but it is the last ingredient on the ingredient list, so that's a little bit better. The fragrance isn't super strong in this. Again, I feel feel like it would be better if it didn't have any added fragrance at all, especially when you are having a product that is supposed to be good for acne prone skin and sensitive skin. Overall, I feel like this is a nice cleanser. I didn't feel like it left my skin feeling stripped or anything. I just feel like the fragrance made me not like it a little bit. If it didn't have fragrance at all, I feel like I would like this a bit more. I do think it is a nice cleanser. However, I don't think I'm going to repurchase it, just again because it does have that fragrance, and I didn't feel like it did anything like super special for my skin. I feel like I have other cleansers that I like better for my skin, and it's not a bad product. It's just I don't think that I would personally repurchase it. So then next up is their Heartleaf 77 clear pad. So they do have a very popular product, which is their Heartleaf soothing toner, and that one comes in a bottle, and that one is like a typical like toner liquid application or liquid formula. This one is a toner pad, so you have the liquid in here. So you get a bunch of these little toner pads in here. This is what the pad looks like. It's kind of like a little bit of a textured on one side, and then you have just a smooth side on the other side. So the textured side gives a little bit of added exfoliation, but still they are very gentle, and this does kind of have that like toner or essence in the actual jar, and you can just kind of move it around if you need to get more liquid on it. But I found that these were pretty well saturated, so I was able to get the product on my skin really well. This has a 77% Heartleaf, and it's supposed to help with gently exfoliating, reducing blackheads, whiteheads, and also breakouts. And this one actually is fragrance free, so I was very happy about that this is fragrance free. Now they do say that it is supposed to help with gently exfoliating. I do think that does help to do that. I felt like it was, you know, good at making my skin just get prepped for my other skincare products, and because it does have a little bit of that like textured part on the actual pad, I feel like that helps you gently exfoliate. However, it's very gentle. It's not like any extreme exfoliation there. And then it says it's supposed to help with reducing blackheads, whiteheads, and breakouts. I don't really have blackheads or whiteheads to test that out on. I did get a couple of breakouts in general around the time that I was using these, but I don't really feel like these necessarily helped to reduce the breakouts. I honestly just didn't notice anything super special about these that made me just really drawn to them. I did continue using them though, and I do think that it, you know, was quite soothing on my skin. It felt nice, moisturizing, but I just don't feel like it did anything super noticeable, which I feel like that can be said about a lot of toners. Like, I feel like toners, you might not always notice an extreme difference. That's not like the main product that's gonna be like doing a lot of like targeting. I feel like, you know, your serum is that treatment step, so that's really the product that you're gonna see the most results from. But the toner pads, they're nice. I think they're calming and they're soothing, but they didn't necessarily wow me. So again, I don't think I would repurchase this. But I do think that if you want just a nice, simple toner pad that is calming and soothing, I think that you still might like these. Again, this does not have any added fragrance in here, so that's great. I think this one is one that is better suited for if you do have acne prone skin or sensitive skin. This one is a good one if you're just looking for a toner specifically for kind of calming your skin. I do think that it helps to calm the skin, so there's that. I feel like it just wasn't the claims that they said. They said it helps to remove blackheads and whiteheads and breakouts. I don't have blackheads and whiteheads to test it out on. You know, somebody else might have a totally different experience because I didn't have that to test it on, so it might help with that. I didn't have that to test it on. So then next up is the Niacinamide 10% plus TXA 4% serum. This is supposed to help with promoting a more even skin tone, and I have some post-acne marks, so that's why I wanted to test this out. I wanted to help with getting rid of those post-acne marks. This is supposed to help with promoting a more even skin tone. They do say this is supposed to be good for all skin types, including both acne prone and sensitive skin. And this again does have 10% niacinamide, and it also has 4% tranexamic acid, and this is fragrance free, so it's great that this is fragrance free. And as you can see, I feel like it looks like I barely touched it, but I did use it, and I just used just a very, very small amount. I would just do like 1 to 2 just drops, just small drops on my face each time that I use it. And I really was mostly just using this at night, so that's probably also why it looks like I barely use it at all. But really just a little bit goes a very, very long way. So, you know, I feel like this will just last me a very long time. Again, I was using this off and on for 3 to 4 weeks, so you know, I think I used this product a little less than the others. And the reason that I used it a little bit less is because I really just was not impressed with how this felt on my skin. It goes on feeling lightweight and it gives some moisture to the skin, which is nice, but I just noticed that when I was laying in bed, my skin just felt sticky, and I have used the routine without this product and my skin didn't feel sticky, so I know that this is the product that was making my skin feel sticky. I just couldn't really get over that, so it made me not really want to use it as much. So for me, that's why this one didn't really work out for me as much. As far as did it actually help with, you know, reducing dark spots, I don't feel like I got to like properly use it enough to really notice an improvement in that, again because I did have to stop using it when I got hives. So, you know, again, the hives were not a result of using these products at all. It was totally unrelated, but because of that, I feel like I wasn't able to use this one like consistently enough to notice the results as if it helped to fade dark spots and post acne marks. But yeah, I don't like how it feels on the skin, so for that reason I just don't want to continue using it. So yeah, again, I know that one just didn't really work out for me. I've seen some people say good things about it, that they really liked it, but I just didn't like how it felt on my skin. It just felt sticky and tacky, and it wasn't comfortable. I didn't really want to sleep in it. So anyway, there's that. And then lastly, the Heartleaf 70 Soothing Cream. This has a 70% of that Heartleaf in here. And this is supposed to be calming and supposed to be great for sensitive skin. Now this does have a gel formula, and it does go on feeling very nice and soothing to the skin. And if you have if you just want something to calm your skin and soothe your skin, and something that is just nice and simple, I think that you might like this. It does feel really nice on the skin. It's very calming and soothing, kind of gives a little bit of like a cooling effect on the skin. This has metacastic acid, citric extract, and also azotic acid to soothe the skin. And this does not have any added fragrance, so that is great. I think this is probably one of my favorite products out of all the bunch. This probably is my favorite product out of all of the products that I've tried. Obviously, you know, the other ones I didn't like absolutely love them. So this one is definitely my favorite out of it. So if you want just a nice, simple, calming, soothing moisturizer, this might be something that you would like. Again, am I going to repurchase it? I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. Not that it's a bad product, I just have other moisturizers that I like better, but I do really like that this is a gel formula. It is calming, it is soothing to the skin, so that is great. And if that's something that you are specifically looking for, then this might be something that you would really like and really enjoy. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite out of everything, but again, it's not enough that I think I would repurchase it. So I know that probably seemed like a very brutally honest review and that I really didn't love any of these products. But I thought it might be helpful to just put out a completely honest review, which I'm always going to be honest with you. I just feel like I put brutally honest in this video title because these products just didn't really work out for me. So I'm going to make that clear, but I'm always going to let you know if products don't work for me or not. But this time I feel like this was just kind of a flop for me. These products did not live up to the hype, and honestly I didn't even see the hype before I purchased all of these, but when I first started using them, a little bit after I first started using them, I started seeing more videos about this brand, and it seemed like this brand in general is going viral, and I'm sure some of the products are great, and again, you know, everybody's skin reacts differently to different products, so just because they didn't work out for me or just because I didn't love them, it doesn't mean that they're not going to work for you. It doesn't mean that you're not going to like them. This is just my experience. Everybody's skin is different. So anyway, if you guys are interested in checking out any of these products, I did purchase them from Yes Style. If you are interested, I will have all of these listed and linked in the description box below. If you have any questions about any of these products, let me know in the comment section below. I'd be happy to help answer any questions that you may have. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you'd go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for my next video.